Study hacks that feel like cheating. Exam results are out. If you studied hard and didn't get the results you wanted, don't give up. I got you. Instead of studying harder, try studying smarter. The week before an exam, I'd spend hours reading my notes, highlighting important sentences, and watching the same lessons over and over again. Some days I'd study for 4 or 5 hours and feel really productive. But then I'd sit in the exam, look at a question, and suddenly, my mind would go blank. I remember thinking, I literally read this last night. How can I not remember it? For the longest time, I thought I just needed to study harder. Turns out, I needed to study differently. I came across a study technique called active recall, and honestly, it completely changed the way I prepare for exams. The idea is surprisingly simple. Instead of spending most of your time looking at the information, you spend your time trying to remember it without looking. That sounds harder, because it is. But that's actually the point. Here's what I started doing. Instead of reading an entire page of notes 5 times, I'd read it once, close the book, and ask myself a question. For example, if I was studying science, I might ask myself, can I explain the process of photosynthesis without looking at my notes? Sometimes I could, sometimes I couldn't. And honestly, at first it was frustrating. I'd realize I didn't know the topic nearly as well as I thought. But instead of seeing that as failure, I started seeing it as feedback. Every question I couldn't answer showed me exactly what I needed to work on. Over time, something interesting happened. Studying became harder, but remembering became much easier. When the exam came around, answering questions didn't feel so unfamiliar anymore because I'd already been practicing retrieving information instead of just reading it. One thing that really helped was, and this is the game changer, using practice exams on myteacher.net instead of just downloading exam PDFs. The site marks my exams instantly and makes it really easy to track my progress. I found that answering questions forced me to think before seeing the answer, which is basically active recall in action. I started using myteacher.net for that because the practice exams are from real exams papers. Whenever I got stuck on a topic, I'd watch one of the tutorials or even find a tutor on the platform, learn what I missed, and then try another exam. That combination worked really well for me. If there's one thing I tell my friends who's preparing for exams, it's this: don't judge your study session by how many pages you read. Judge it by how many questions you can answer without looking. It feels more difficult at first, but that's usually a sign your brain is actually learning. If you've never tried active recall before, give it a shot during your next study session. You might be surprised by how much more you remember. Thanks for watching, and if you've got a study technique that's worked for you, share it in the comments. I'd love to hear it.